Welcome, everybody. As you can see, we have no Alex today. He'll probably be putting up a little bit later. But welcome to episode 3 of the Bliss Pickup. Today, as you can see from the title, we're gonna be wrapping up the offseason 2024. We'll be going over the final preseason game. We will also be giving you who we thought impressed us this offseason, who we thought wasn't so impressive this offseason. Also, with in lights of the latest news with the cuts, I don't think it was a big surprise for many of us. We're going to see if we, either me or Lewis, tweak anything to our 53-man roster. So, without further ado, Lou, what's going on, Lou?
Tony, what's good, homie? What's good?
And how you feeling, my brother?
Man, chilling, man. It's been a busy week and kind of super busy weekend also, but I'm glad we're here, man. I'm glad we're about to lace people on what we think the upcoming moves of the 53-man roster. And I'm just excited for the show, man. So I'm ready.
Yes, sir. Starting off, bro. Tell me, give me any thoughts. How you felt about that final preseason game? People that you thought stood out. How do you think it went? Did you know what I'm saying? Give me your takes on that one.
Man, I'm gonna be honest, Tony. It was ugly early, man. Watching it was tough to watch. I'm not even talking about like the opening drive. You know, we had our second string in, a couple third string, and obviously the Bucks started with their starter. So I kind of expected what we seen from that end, but it just looked like some of the guys that are trying to make the roster, right? Like some of these no-name guys, and we all know the third preseason game is for fringe players. And it just seemed to me that there were far and few between players. It looked like we're trying to make this roster, right? It looked like a bunch of guys just going through the motions and not really solidifying. Now there were some standouts or whatever. I know we're going to get into that, but the overall first reaction, it was ugly, bro. It just felt like no one came to play. That was my initial reaction, especially early on in the game.
Exactly, like the sense of urgency, like, bro, this is your final opportunity to make the roster. And I'm just gonna be, I mean, I know we're gonna get into it a little bit later, but bro, the thing that stood out to me the most was, bro, they took Mike White out with 7 minutes to go in the second quarter, bro. He didn't even finish. Technically, it was 11 minutes ago. It just when Tampa Bay finished their drive, it was 7 minutes left, and we see Skylar Thompson coming in the game. That shows you, but I don't think I ever seen. I think he got cut at that. I think he got cut in the middle of the game. I'm just go out and say it because that game, it wasn't. I mean, Skylar didn't do too bad. I won't sit here and say anything bad about Skylar. I like the way what he showed. I would have liked for him not to have through that last minute, not last minute, but that last interception on the last drive. However, bro, at least he showed some sense of urgency. At least he showed some sense of pride and like wanting to make this team. I don't think that. I mean, you made a good point when you said that we were going against their first team. As far as the beginning of the game started. So, but hey, if you're going to be backups, injuries happen every season. So you have to be willing and able to compete with those guys. Those are the guys that you're going to be able to compete. I know everyone saw that Villa where he bulldozed Jack Driscoll. I want everybody to calm down. First of all, let's say that is Vita Vea, bro. Yeah, you
Bro,
know what I mean? Like
he's one of the best D tackles in the game, bro.
like what was you expecting Jack Driscoll to do? I mean, I think for the most part, he did the best he can. You know what I mean? At least he didn't just get completely dominated to where the quarterback didn't have opportunity to at least escape and elude the pressure. You know, give him that credit. But man, I mean, when you have that's like a top 5 D tackle, bro. No tackle. They're going to make plays. So expect that. Let's not overreact to one play. Like it was a great play, but don't forget. I mean, that's just Jack Driscoll. It is a bit concerning because now with Aaron Brewer, you're a little bit, on a smaller side of the, centers, and that is the type of beast and animals that you're going to be going up against game in and game out. So hopefully, I'm still hoping that they could bring in somebody from the off season. But as far as putting a wrap on the preseason. I'm more like you in the lines of you. I didn't see the urgency. Obviously, it's a no-brainer. Jalen White. I mean, I was tweeting out, get him out the game. I seen enough. I don't need to see nothing else from Jalen White. And I got, you know what? And speaking of Jalen White, our first episode, none of you people in the chat corrected me when I was calling him Julian White. Lewis, you ain't correct me. Y'all kept letting me call this man Julian White.
I like when I like when you're wrong on the show, Tony. That's why I don't correct you.
So I'm like, yo, I'm watching the show. I'm like, yo, keep calling this man Julian White. So Jalen Wright, let me get your name right this time, homie. You for sure showed me that you on another level. You belong out there with the starters. Lewis, you did. We had like an off camera debate back in that you were very high on Jalen Wright. And I did give you a lot of pushback, like, hold on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what he could do. And let's wait till he get into at least some NFL reps. And, hey, so far, so good. You know what I'm saying? So as far as
Tom, especially with Jalen Wright, too, I think we all get the man can run, he can catch, right? But one of the big things when we were talking about him behind closed doors, right, is how early could he pick up this offense? Because a lot of players say how difficult it is to learn the offense, right? I wish I would have retweeted it when I seen it. It was a picture or a video going around on Twitter. I'm sure we can find it. But it was Jalen Wright in a blitz pickup situation where they were blitzing up the middle. Jalen Wright steps up, takes that linebacker up,
yes,
one-on-one, bro.
That is a very underrated.
Bro, that right there. Because, again, from a running the ball, catching the ball perspective, I think Jalen Wright, we all believe he got it. It's about, are you willing to stick your nose in there when a blitzer is coming down? And let's just call it for what it is because we're getting close to the season. Are you going to be able to stop a linebacker, a blitzing linebacker from hitting Tua Tagovailoa right in the mouth? And that play right there, Jalen Wright showed me, again, he's going to get beat. Everybody does in this league. But what he showed was he's willing to get dirty. He's willing to go in there and throw that key block. So that's very impressive from a rookie running back, man. I was very impressed. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, Tony.
That when he picked up that blitz, and that's a very underrated attribute for running back to have that we don't think is very important, which is to being able to identify the blitz and picking up the correct person. You know what I'm saying? That is very crucial and vital to your quarterback being able to have that extra split second or second, and we know that's all Tua needs is another split second to make a throw. So that is a very good key and point that you pointed out. Real quick, let me get in there. I want to give a shout out to everybody in the chat. Timothy, I see you in there. Shake, Marino's GOAT, Red Riding Bills, Raymond.
Grumpy's in there. Mudbone's in there. Yep, Jess is in there.
I see Jess. Shout out to you, Jess. Shout out to the chat. You know what I'm saying? Alex ain't here, so I'm gonna shout out. Jose Valdez. Shout out to you.
Hey, man, we got a resident Bills fan, right? The homie Sean is in the building. Red, White, and Bills is in the building. So shout out to Red, White, and Bills, man.
CB, I see you in there. And Stretch 5 Bam. I just, I'm giving shout out to other people in our chat. I don't know the guy.
You mentioning a bunch of people. Let me not say a bunch of people. I heard one name that I didn't recognize. But.
All right, so being that we see and we didn't see the urgency in this preseason game, right? I want to ask you, based on this offseason, right? Based on all the things that have been coming out, the reports coming out of camp, things that we've been reporting on, things that we've been speaking of, the stuff you've been seeing on X and all of the social media platforms. Give me a guy that you feel, or two that you feel stood out, that impressed you this entire offseason, Lou.
Well, I think we just touched on him a little bit. For me, it's a guy like Jalen Wright, bro. The guy looks explosive.
That's an easy one, though, Luke.
Well, then I'll give you another one on the offensive side of the ball. Then, right? A guy that when we drafted him, I was like, who? Because I didn't hear his name personally, and I'm gonna go with Patrick Paul. Then, a guy that I think the initial plans is if everybody stays healthy to kind of redshirt him, right? He looks like and again, there's a play here where his hand placement can be better. His feet,
Right.
his mechanics from a footwork perspective could be better. But all in all, I think Patrick Paul has put some pretty good film up there where I didn't think he was going to be as ready this early, right? So I guess to say what I'm saying is, Tony, in a pinch, right? Armstead goes down, Kendall Lamb is not available or whatever. I think moving forward, I would at least feel comfortable with Patrick Paul if he had to play this season, which when we drafted him in early reports, talking to people and hearing things, well, he might not be ready. He has to develop more. I think he has, put out some pretty good tape, Tony, that, again, in a pinch, I kind of feel comfortable with him since Jalen Wright is an easy one. I would agree. So I'm going to go Patrick Paul.
Yeah, Shake. I don't. You got to ask Lewis about that one. There, Shake. I don't know about him substituting, but I'm gonna go with defense. Lou. White Lightning, baby. I've been talking about him the whole offseason, the whole training camp. I didn't and the reason why I'm saying impressed me because last season we was wondering why in the heck he was in the game and not Cam Smith. Why is Vic Fangio allowing this guy, this unknown guy, no one knew, at least from my standpoint, didn't know who he was, had no idea. And for him, the entire all through training camp, even in the preseason games, he's been very impressive. He's been showing why maybe they kept him and they allowed him another chance or opportunity to come this offseason to potentially make the team. I have him making the team on my 53-man roster. I was very impressed by him, especially after what could have been deemed a bad play, and we all know the one that he looked to have got beaten deep. But if you go back and look at that replay, the guy actually put his face mask. Still, it was considered a long catch on you, and see how he responded. He responded like a true professional. He made a tackle. He made a key breakup at the end of the game in the end zone. Back, one-on-one coverage. So those are the things that you're looking forward to when it comes to DBs, because you out there on the island. That's the most intimidating position to play because you're by yourself for the most part. There's no help unless they give you safety help out and deep. You know what I mean? But you still are mano a mano with your player. So he's been very impressive. I mean, we all hear they were talking about his speed. Speed allows you to make up for your mistakes. If you have any mistakes, you can come back from those, or cover speed, makeup speed is what they call it. So that'll be my impressive player from training camp. I went defense. I know offense is too easy to go. I know Lewis like taking the easy way out, but I ain't gonna let him do that, y'all. So y'all know I'm gonna hold his feet to the fire. But but speaking of, so we got that. What about the person that you feel like wasn't as impressive, like wasn't so much impressive?
You know what? Again, you just called me out, right? And again, I appreciate it. You're not letting me off the hook. So again, I'm gonna go. We just mentioned offense and defense, right?
Right.
I'm gonna go special teams here, Tony. I'm gonna go Jake Bailey, bro.
I would give you pushback, but I'm gonna let you slide on this one. Go ahead.
well, again, all the pushback, and I agree with Jake Bailey as a holder. He's done a great job because we remember what Jason Sanders looked like 2 years ago without Jake Bailey. Then last year had a bounce back year. So from that, I'm good. But again, in game scenarios, it usually comes down to a play here, a play there that comes and out comes the game. Like that, we always come out after games and say, well, we won because of this one or two plays, or we lost because of this one or two plays. And in games like that, you need to make all the plays, right? And it just seems like sometimes Jake Bailey's shanking one, or he's not getting enough leg in it or whatever. And it just thinks that I don't like the fact that he can't flip the field. I sometimes I would like to see a punt that goes 50 plus yards, or a 60-yard punt with a bounce, or kicking it out of bounds and putting
at least get a favorable bounce or something, bro.
Right. Yeah, like the angles of your punts, working and putting people inside the 5-10 yard line or whatever. I just don't see that from Jake Bailey in the preseason. We didn't really see it last year in mostly of the games. And I know you go to training camp, Tony. All reports, even in training camp, he's not looking good. So that's an off kind of topic question or whatever. But yeah, I would say one of the most disappointing players for me is Jake Bailey because of the aspect of not being able to pin teams back and maybe not being able to change the field for us and put
Flip
us in
that
more
field, like, yeah,
favorable.
bro, come on,
Yeah, put
sometimes
us
let
in
us
some
out a little bit.
favorable. Absolutely, So I'm gonna go Jake Bailey, bro.
Shout out to the homie Vincenity, to the queen. Y'all already know. Me, Lewis, I'm gonna have to go offense. It's probably gonna be obviously because he literally just got cut, but it was Mike White. I mean, bro, 5 million, I paid you 5 million, and this is what you did. Like, Scott, you was QB number 2, and then all of a sudden you act like you don't know how to throw, you don't know how to read coverage, you can't throw the football. Like, bro, it was very disappointing. Bro, we know that's one of the biggest topics of this god doggone community for our team is the backup QB position. And for them to look as bad as they did, they have looked bad the complete offseason. You know, Skyler hasn't, like, he just was better than Mike White. He wasn't impressive. So for our backup quarterback to look that underwhelming it's a problem for me. I'm a little worried about it. I wasn't happy at all. I mean, it was at one point in the on one of the training camps, bro. Tua took like 95% of the snaps, bro. They didn't want to see neither one of them guys, bro. And like, you got to do better, bro. And credit to Skyler, right? He at least showed some urgency in the game, but still, bro, you got to do better. You got to be more consistent. This is technically your third. Not even technically, this is actually your third season in this offense as well. So 3 years, you should have been showing a bunch of improvements. We should have been seeing you improve on your timing, improve on your reads, everything should have been improved upon when it comes to you because you've been here 3 years, and to be so lackluster is very, very, very disappointing. And bro, like, I don't even know what else to say about that. We've been asking for. Hey, let me ask you a question. You think there's anybody that's out there that we probably or possibly could bring in, albeit cuts, maybe free agency? Like, do you see anybody that we could bring in that could probably put us more at ease when it comes down to QB2, Lou?
Well, from a free agent standpoint, right now, I think the only recognizable name is Tannehill, and I don't know if I'm trying to go back to that. I've heard the names of Tyler Heineke if he gets shaken loose from Atlanta. There's reports out of Cleveland that Dorian Thompson might be available. I don't know, bro. Like at this point, like again, you wanna, and I don't even think if they did bring someone, I think it would be more for the practice squad. I think this idea of carrying 3 quarterbacks on the 53-man roster, I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's going to be the Tua Tagovailoa, Mike White, or Skylar Thompson show. And again, for me at this point, Tony, 3 years in this system, I'm going to use the same argument, the argument I make for Tua, right? Whether you like him or hate him, and I'm talking about Skylar Thompson, it is what it is, bro. I don't think you're going to bring anybody else in here at this point of where we are, right? 2 weeks away from the season. I don't think that backup quarterback is going to be any better than Skylar Thompson is, right? I think Skylar Thompson, again, been with McDaniel for 3 years, knows this system. Now, can he execute it? Remains to be seen yet. He's shown some flashes, but at this point, I think am I going to be mad if they bring someone in, Tony? No. But I don't think whoever you bring in here, because again, everybody says it. Even Armstead, a veteran in this league, he said it took him at least 2 years to get this system down. I just, for me, I don't think
the
someone's just
complexity of
walking
the
in.
system, the scheme. I mean,
Right. Yeah, bro. I don't think someone's just walking up in here and is going to grasp the system as much as Skylar Thompson knows. I think, like I said, I think it's the Tua and Skynet, bro. Skynet is alive and running through Miami.
Unfortunately. What about Stretch 5, shout out to Chef 5, bam, Davis Mills or Case Keenum? Any pushback with that one?
Well, again, see, I don't even have pushback for none of those guys or Tyler Henneke. I'm just saying, let's say they get released or you bring them into the building now. Or how long does it take for those guys to get ready or up to speed, in your opinion, Tony?
If it hasn't Case Keenum, he's been in this type of offense before, right? The past 2 years, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, I'm talking about, yeah. Again,
So
I think a lot of
I think okay. So to answer your
from
question,
a
probably
verbiage,
the
from a
verbiage, yes.
verbiage though standpoint.
I mean, that's to be seen. I'm not sure how quick they could pick it up. If he was in a similar offense, I think like we're not expecting or we're hoping and assuming that we're not going to need them at least for the most part in the near future, which would give them time to learn the playbook, learn on the tour. You know, actually how he's playing, see what he's looking at, what he sees when he's out there, what to do in certain defensive situations, situational football, things like that. I believe they'll have time enough to at least get the basics down, or enough to where if you need them to play a down or two or a series or two, they should be at least serviceable. But I believe anything at this point would be an upgrade to Skyler. So I'm willing to take maybe, a shot at a Case Keenum. He's won some big games in his league, in Houston and stuff like that. So I mean, I see him. Davis Mills, I'm not too big of a fan of. I know a lot of people are, but whatever.
Money wise, what are you trying to look at?
Money wise, you know what? I didn't take that in consideration. That's a good point to point out. I don't even know do we even have an idea what his contract is? Because it would serve no purpose to get rid of Mike to save the 3.5 and bring somebody in that can cover the same amount. That wouldn't make any sense at this point. So that's a good observation on your behalf. Yeah, I'm not sure, bro. But at this point, bro, I'm willing to see and go and be like, yo, bro, let's see what these boys asking for, see if we can bring someone in. I believe that they are going to bring in a third quarterback, probably most likely put him on the practice squad.
For the practice squad. Right,
yeah, I'm not too much worried about actually having a third quarterback. I just want a more serviceable one as QB2, just in case. And just even if it's just for a series or two to end the game, or let Tua sit out the 4 quarters. Hopefully, we are in those positions to where that'll give them a little bit of game time and game reps to where they're meaningless snaps, but he's getting meaningful snaps as the second quarterback. So I mean, hopefully that's what position we are in, and let's all pray and hope that Tua stays healthy all season, because QB2 is not looking too good.
That's a good point right here, and I was thinking about even bringing this
Mike
up.
White.
See, Mike White, did you cut Mike White maybe to save the $3.5 million to maybe re-sign him, get him on the practice squad at a cheaper deal? That is a very good possibility, H. I would agree. I would tend to, not saying I agree with that, but to your point of that being a possibility, I think I would agree with that. That is a strong possibility, because again, he's also been in the system. This was 2 years now. If you're telling me we could cut him, save that 3.5, and then let's say sign him for the league minimum, which is I believe like 1.2 million. Yeah, I would much rather have Mike White at 1.2 than 3.5. You see what I'm saying? It just is what it is.
But he hasn't shown me nothing to even want to bring him back, though, bro. Yo, Louis, did you not understand? I told you, bro. They got rid of it. Yo, it was 11 minutes left in the second quarter, bro. They were done with him.
It was sad. They
were done. Like, what are we watching here, bro? Nah, man. Nah, I'm sorry, bro. That performance, I'm not willing to bring. I don't want to see Mike White nowhere near. I don't even want him as a water boy. No. I mean, much success and luck for you in your future endeavors. Hopefully you make another team or practice squad, but coming near my Miami Dolphins, nah, bro. I'm sorry. That was tough. That was embarrassing, bro. Let's be real. Nah, I'm sorry. I get it, cheaper, but 1 point, I don't care if it was for free to be the what. Nah, I'm sorry, bro. Nah. And that's just me. Shout out Dave, bro. Dave over here on the YouTube, some dude named Dade County. I just want to shout him
Bro,
out.
we got a lot of people. I know this is a new channel, but there's a whole bunch of new people. I have no idea what's going on here. But shout out to whoever that is, man. Appreciate you coming through.
Yeah, bro. So that I mean, Lou, I wouldn't want to. I mean, I know QB. Is there any before we move forward? Is there any other position that you think is a cause of concern that you think we need immediately upgrade or bring in some immediate help for, offense or defense?
Mm, mm.
I will
Uh,
go offensive line.
okay, yeah,
What
yeah,
you
yeah,
think
yeah.
about that?
I mean,
Because
yeah. Well, listen. Well, no, go ahead, Tony. Go ahead.
I'm looking at our offensive line, um, the Lester Cottons of the world, like we relying on Lester Cartons. Liam Eichenberg is our backup center. Uh, Aaron Brewer is, from what we know, is not healthy, and at bare minimum, he's not going to be 100% to start the season, even if he's able to start. So I think for sure, immediately a guard slash center, somebody, or let's just do a natural center, bro. A natural center to be a
I hear
backup.
you.
If y'all want to go with Liam, I'm not gonna fight y'all. I'm not gonna be one of these fans that's gonna be beating a dead horse trying to tell you guys how to run this franchise and who to bring in and who not to bring in. But can we at least bring in a legitimate backup center to where if we don't have to have the Jack Driscoll's in the world embarrassing himself on national TV, you know what I mean, and hoping that Liam Eichenberg can slide in and let's all the criticism that we give Liam Eichenberg, can we just give him one position and let him stay focused on that? Because at any given moment, he could be at right
That
guard,
would
he could be at center.
that would
You
be
know what I
nice,
mean?
right? That would be
It'd
nice.
be
Yeah.
nice to have the man just at one position. Let's just keep him at one and be like, bro, you focus on this and you improve game in, game out, day in, day out. You know what I'm saying? Let Butch Berry work his magic with you, and you focus on one particular position. So that's for me. I'd rather bring in an offensive lineman. What you thinking, Lou?
Well, listen.
Any
I'm not gonna look. Man, hey, man, look. I see Dave. I got text messages already, and now look at him. Dave, I was just playing, bro. It's a joke. You see
oh,
what I'm
he
saying?
acting.
Look, Tony,
Hey,
they coming after me, Tony, already, man.
Lou,
You
I
see it?
heard through the grapevine you was acting brand new, not picking up phone calls. I
Hey,
don't
man,
know.
I've been
Hey,
busy this week,
listen,
homie.
listen,
I've been
listen.
busy, man.
Hey, listen. I still pick up phone calls. I show y'all love. I don't know what Lou on. He got a little bit of ownership, and maybe he feeling himself.
I got a little too big, you know.
Hey,
Hey, man, nah.
you know how I get.
Hey,
Yo, I
man,
don't know. They say
hey,
power go to people's heads, so maybe just, I don't. All right, go ahead,
hey.
man.
Hey,
But yeah, go
no,
what you.
hey, shout out to my brother Dave, man. He's a real one. I mess with him. I was just joking around. But no, Tony, I think you were spot on with the offensive line. I'm gonna go somewhere else though, right? Because I'm with you. Everything you said, I'm with. Look, you want to go get a guard? It's somewhere in there on interior, right? Guard or center. So I'm with you. I'm gonna go wide receiver though, because again, Anthony Shorts. They look like they're settling with him on an
I
injury
receive it.
settlement.
That's a good one.
Willie Snead as well, right? Injury, the IR injury settlement or whatever. But then River Craycraft, and this is a guy that we forgot to mention or we didn't bring up when some of the positives about a guy coming out of training camp and preseason was River Craycraft, right? Dominating
Yes.
by
Oh my
by
God,
all
he was
report,
so
having a
impressive,
great
Lewis.
bro. He was doing his thing right now to start the season. He's going to not be there. Ended up getting hurt in the preseason game week 2. So I just look at it. Do we really trust Braxton Berrios? Right? Like, again, OBJ, I think they've been downplaying some of his injury. I think he's not as injured as everybody believes. But again, he hasn't really practiced. There is some kind of level with concern. I don't know how much there is, but I would say there's a level. But then once you get past Waddle Hill, let's say Malik Washington, right? Another standout guy that he has looked very good and impressive. At the end of the day, bro, you got River Craycraft not there. Are we Brandon Sanders of the world, the
Oh
Braxton
no,
Berrios
no,
of the world? Like,
no,
is that what we're doing? And
no.
and I'll throw this in, Tony. I was shocked, bro. I know we don't have a third round pick, but when I think his first name is Jamar or something, Dobbs or whatever.
Oh, Johan Dobbs. Oh,
Johan
Johan
Dobbs.
Dotson. Johan Dotson.
Dotson from
Yeah.
Washington. He just got traded from the Commanders to the Eagles for a 3rd round pick. That's a guy, young, right? Impressive. Had
Former
a good
1st round pick.
Bro, had a good college career coming out of Penn State, Tony. I would have looked to make an investment like that. So, yeah, for me, bro, I think, again, I'm not no pushback on your offensive line. But again, we have the money to go get both, right? I think you can go get a final receiver. I think you can go find an interior offensive lineman and stuff. So I just didn't want to, even though I agree with you, I wanted to give the fans or the people in the chat something else to listen to. Yeah, for me, it's receiver, bro. I don't like a group that I thought we had tremendous depth in. Now, when I look at the room, it's looking kind of bare for me. So that's a move I'm looking to make.
Right, and that is a great point that you point out, because we coming into the season, at least the off season, we assumed that was one, especially after that draft, getting both Washington brothers, you know what I mean, bringing in the OBJ. We thought that was one of the strengths of this offense, and we had the most depth in that position coming into the off season. Now it's starting to be one of the ones that we're lacking the depth on. And we look like we need to bring in.
Hey, Tony, you know who this is? My bad. You know who this is?
Crypto Dolphin. I never heard of him. But thank you for the support. Like and subscribe. Appreciate you for showing up. Shout out to Crypto in the building. Next time, show the Bitcoin or something, bro. Before you want, we're gonna have to start charging people like that. We don't know to put these messages in our chat. These unknown people, dude. I don't know. We've been nice for the first 2, the first 3 episodes. Episode 4, we gonna, it's gonna be changed. You know how you say change is coming, got dog it. But
absolutely.
Yeah, that wide receiver, it is a cause of concern as far as the depth wise. Because behind after you get to the Malik Washington, it just falls off a cliff from there. And speaking of depth, right? We just saw they just cut Mike White. Obviously, we just spoke about that, and also Jody Fortson, right? So and we had obviously, we had a nice little debate, even though I was right technically, about the 53-man roster that we had put up there, right? And obviously we had pushback. Being that I know for myself, I had 3 quarterbacks on the initial 53. And we already made 2 cuts. Do you, after seeing all 3 preseason games, after the offseason is completed, are we still keeping the same energy on our 53? Do you want to change people out, a change of mindset? Like, what we doing, Lou?
Man, it's crazy. So we already got basically, and I didn't remember on the original 53 when you posted it up. Did you carry 4 tight ends on there? Or
I carried 4. I did carry 4. Another one, I carried John Smith. I carried Durham Smythe. I carried Julian Hill, and I had Tanner Connor. I stand corrected. Tanner Connor, no, I would not have him initially anymore after the offseason had completed. I'll change that. But what about
I'm thinking about guys that I think kind of made a name for themselves. Chris Brooks is a possibility, right? One of those guys that has shown flashes. So we'll talk about the guys that have shown flashes.
Right.
Storm Ducks of the world, right? Storm Duck. There's a possibility, right? A guy like Patrick McMorris in the secondary, in the safety position. That's another guy that has performed well. I believe his name is Mate, or however you say it. Another
Matry, I think you talk about
Matry, right?
Yeah, something like that.
So guys like that, I'm gonna give you a guy though, Tony, because I don't think we put him in, and I think he should make the 53, bro. And it's gonna be surprising. I'm about to knock your socks off. Channing mother effing Tindall.
I'm gonna stop you right there. Channing Tindall was my initial fourth inside linebacker, interior linebacker. So go ahead, you can complete, but don't put me in. Like I said before I started, you see, I told you got to pay attention to it. I feel like I was correct, but go ahead. Go ahead.
So wait a minute. You telling me you had Channing Tatum making you 53, but Cam wasn't? No, I'm gonna leave that alone. No.
Oh, so
I'm gonna leave that alone.
We were doing so good, Lewis. You don't want. Hey, do you want to start this right now? Because I know some of y'all had the Chris Brooks in the world. Hey, listen, man, y'all had them off the goddamn roster, and y'all had Jeff Wilson Jr. So,
is that what we're doing, Tony?
Oh, hold on, Lou. Hold on.
Yeah. I was about to say, man. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. Usually, when this guy pulls up, right, Shake Money gives him a great introduction, talking about there's a tornado or a storm that's coming or something. I don't know nothing about that.
I know nothing about none of that.
So I'm not going to give that man that kind of introduction, but I will say welcome to, again, my brother, man, for real. EM, what's good, homie?
Brother. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Look, here we go, man. See?
All right, man, don't get them to strike our face, EM, got dog. Oh, here you go. Hey, Lewis, can we mute on here? Oh yeah, I got the power, got that. We don't want to hear
that. yeah. We muting this man.
Yeah. That change is here. The change is here, baby.
Hey, man, this dude, man.
Oh,
what's wrong? What's good, EM?
Hang on 1 second, bro.
Cruz, we was trying. Lewis said he vouched for this guy, so you got to take that up with Lewis, man. I wouldn't have brought him up here, but Lewis said he was a good guy, so I'm gonna take Lewis' word for it. You know what I mean?
You know what? This man got me off of what I was talking about anyway, man. I shouldn't even have brought him up. But no, Tony, listen, like the Storm Ducks of the world, those are tough decisions. Guys like that, the Maitre, the Patrick McMorris, right? Those guys. But
can y'all hear me all right?
Yeah, you good, Ian.
Man, y'all sound far away. Let me back out and come back in.
Yeah, go ahead.
But I'm gonna say, bro, for me, Tony, Channing Tindall. Now I know you had him on your 53. I don't know how many people would have had him on the 53, but I'm gonna say, again, has shown flashes, especially, early in camp. We got reports. Then the first 2 preseason games. To follow it up, bro, I told you when we first started the show.
That's much better.
The initial reaction of watching the game on Saturday or Friday night, Tony, was, man, this team didn't come to play. I know one person that did. Yes. Channing mother effing Tindall. That man was all over the field making tackles. There was an open field tackle where it was one-on-one off a little swing pass. He clipped that right up, showed his speed, his athleticism. I think Channing Tindall, Tony, has made a strong case. And again, if you look at the running or the linebacker room, right? Upgrading with Jordan Brooks, David Long, we know what he brings. Anthony Walker Jr. coming from Cleveland. I don't know, bro. When I bring up Duke Riley's name, everybody says he's a special teams player. He's this, he's that. As far as I'm concerned, if 4 linebackers, Channing Tindall's making this 53 for me, bro. Duke Riley is one of those guys. I'm sorry. I've had enough of the Duke Riley experience. I'm betting on Channing Tindall's upside and youth because, bro, what he brings, he is a firecracker.
Lou, let me ask you something. Let me. What do you think? Because all season and all training camp, we haven't seen Anthony Walker Jr. Do you think he start off on the pup list, and that make a way for Channing Tindall? I mean, not Channing Tindall, Duke Riley sneak on his 53 to begin the season. Because you're going to need some veterans in there.
You know. What's the other guy too? Bolton or whatever.
Bolton, but that's another.
That's the guy. That's the guy.
Listen. Are you taking Bolton over Tindall though?
No.
I would take. I'll take them both. I'll get rid of Duke Riley and just and round my linebacker room out with those two. You immediately upgrade. Like we know, Channing Tindall is an absolute athletic freak. Well, guess what? Nick. Is it Nick Bolton? Not Nick Bolton. Yeah. He is, bro. I had no idea he was as athletic as he is, bro. I've been looking at a lot of tape from his Oklahoma tape in the last 2 to 3 days, and I'm like, man, he was a little undersized, right? But from a pure athleticism standpoint, man, Tyndall, we all know, is a freak show, but he is also he's in that tier in terms of athleticism. I think he was the highest graded linebacker on our roster throughout the preseason. He's been flashing according to reports. He's been flashing all throughout, training camp, right? So I think in terms of earning your spot, now you know how I feel about Channing Tindall's his upside, and I do think he has improved tremendously. But if you want to just go and talk about who's earned what, that man, he's earned I think, right? Even more so than Channing Tindall. He's been the most consistent out of the two. But if it was up to me, I'm getting rid of Duke Riley and I'm rounding out my linebacker room with those two.
Curtis Burton. That's Boatman. Lewis, I had to look it up. His name Curtis Boatman.
Yeah, Curtis Boatman.
Yeah.
My bad, bro. Well, I keep calling him Nick Bolton. My bad. I'm tripping.
Like I said, I initially had Channing Tindall. He's impressed me I did have the advantage of being able to go to the training camps. He's been showing flashes, and I show how they was working with him. So that's why I initially had him on my 53-man roster. Nick Bolton. Oh man, see, y'all got me called Curtis Bolton. To y'all credit, yes, he has been flashing. But I believe he'll be able to make it on the practice squad. I'm not so sure if Tindall would now. The past 2 seasons, yes, but I don't know if he would. And I would if I had it my way, I would take both of them and get rid of Duke Riley. But when I'm in my mouth, I'm thinking about more under lines of what do I think the Miami Dolphins would do. And I'm not so sure if they're willing to move off of Duke Riley, no matter how much we are willing to. I think they hold them. They have more. Go ahead.
Out of the two, right? And I don't think that's fair, but Channing Tindall's going to get he's going to get the nod because of his draft status. Right, you got one guy that was selecting a 3rd round pick. The other guy was an undrafted guy. So we all know the politics of the NFL. That's going to be in play. But if it was me, bro, like I would, I don't know what's going on with Anthony Edwards. That has been like, bro, they have kept that. They have sat on that. They hadn't released any, to my knowledge. Like I don't know if anybody else have heard anything, but yeah, man, that's a big mystery right there. But yeah, if you can kind of sneak him on, if his situation is to the point where he's not going to be able to contribute, for the first 4 weeks. Well, yeah, obviously you can slide him on, IR for the first 4. Get rid of Duke Riley, bring in these 2 younger guys, with more athletic upside. And then if the experiment doesn't work, and you can always make a move, late, week 3, week 4, week 5 at that point. You know what I mean? Because you got obviously with David Long, you've got Jordan Brooks, but you'll have Edwards, that veteran, sitting on IR, getting healthy, right? And like I said, in the event Channing Tindall or Bolton, they just if they get to the point where you don't think that they're going to be, the game might be too big for them. Well, then you just make that move out, after that 4th week and bring Anthony Edwards into the fold. And there you go. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, bro, if you Duke Riley, for me, and no shade at Duke, appreciate his contributions or whatnot to the team. Good core special teams guy. He's a good depth piece. But at the end of the day, if you make a move if you opt to cut him, and then you bring these 2 younger with a hell of a lot more athletic upside with Bolton as well as Tindall, the Dolphins will be in a good place, bro.
Yeah, I agree. H just put in the chat that Duke Riley's cap hit is $3 million this year. Yeah, I'm saving that $3 million, bro.
Oh yeah,
it's not even a question.
Yeah, give me that. Just like Mike White. Oh no, we need that 3.5, bro. Give me that. So you know what I'm saying? And who?
Hey, you should be excited, EM. You should be excited. I could have swore I heard you somewhere on the internet, and that was surprising to me.
Because you're never on the internet. You talk about
that's a fact. I'm never on the internet. But go ahead, go ahead. That's cute.
While saying that on the internet, but
it was wild. And it was even wilder, Tony, when I heard him say this on the internet. I would just love to get his thoughts on it because. You're part of Skynet, right? Aren't you?
Oh yeah. I told y'all. I'm Skynet all the way, baby. I'm Skynet all the way.
Oh, okay.
I know a channel that would love to have you over there if you were Skynet.
Well, I am in turn.
You're gonna make that 53-man roster for sure.
Well, you know what? Well, you know what? As far as the YouTube game, the Twitter game, I am homeless right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a place where I can kick my feet up, take my shoes off, and rest and lay my head at night. So yeah, float me that information when we get out when we end the stream, bro. That'd
I
be
got
greatly
you, my brother.
appreciated.
For sure. Can you that DM real quick? Hey,
That'd be greatly appreciated. So yeah, absolutely.
matter of
Hey,
fact,
hey,
send me your
hey,
application. I'm gonna submit it in for you.
Okay,
Now,
that's what's
I'm
up,
real
bro.
close to this.
Hey man, good looking out, dog. Good looking out, Tom.
What's up?
Hey, Tony, the rating of the show is going down by the minute, man. Can you want to read this comment, Tony?
This guy EM is terrible. Oh Lord, this EM guy is terrible. Oh wait,
Oh man, that is hilarious, bro.
Hey Lewis, and he said he homeless. You bringing up homeless people on the? Oh man,
Yeah, bro. I'm homeless, dog. I need a home, man. You know, I've been homeless for a minute, so I'm tired of living on these streets, dog.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Hey, you know, I
people,
ain't
man.
Hey, Tony, that's crazy, man, because I ain't talked to my brother in a couple days, right? But the last time I checked, he was living in a gated community. I don't know what's going on with EM right now, man.
Wow.
Hey, man. Okay. Say, hey, it is. Hey, man. Hey,
you know
things happen in life. You know what I'm saying?
Community, you know what it is to go from the gated community to now the homeless? That's crazy, man.
Hey, man. You know, hey, life brings changes. We all know that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Life come at you fast. They show
up.
Hell
yeah. So hey, yeah.
Real quick question. This safety situation. Patrick McMorris looked like he got dinged up, right? So I had him initially on my 53-man roster. If he doesn't make it, and I know there's a lot of you guys. I've seen a couple of people doing their 53-man rosters, and they didn't have Nick Needham making it. So if he's not, because we need safeties, if he's not able or he doesn't make this 53-man roster, are we looking out at a Marcus May making it? I'm not sure. I'm quite sure they're not going to have the rookie Nick Perry.
He's flashed though. He the last two games he's flashed. He's been one of the more underreported surprises, right? At least in my opinion. But I think Marcus May is a lock, bro. Marcus May is a lock to make. Oh, absolutely. I think your 4 is going to be going into the season. Obviously Poyer, obviously Holland, Elijah Campbell, as well as May. I think those four are a lock, and I think Perry. You know, man, he's got a lot of athletic upside too, bro. Like, again, good foundational traits that you can kind of build and kind of, you know, develop. You want to develop, right? So I think those 4 make the 53. He gets cut. They try to slide him on it, and it's no guarantee that he makes it. But, you know, just based off his athletic upside. But I think they make that move with him and try to slide him on a practice squad.
And what do you think they do with Patrick McMorris?
Oh, he's going to IR, bro. They stashing him.
I think that's what I wanted to get y'all opinion on that. Do y'all think
they're stashing him?
I really like that dude, bro. I like Patrick McMorris, bro.
Yeah. He bro. Yeah, he's shown a lot in terms of wanting to, you know, kind of, you know, invest in that, you know, that ability. But at the end of the day, you know, though you'll have your 4 locks, and then McMorris, he'll be IR'd in my opinion. Perry will be cut, and they'll try to get him on a practice squad. And, you know, that way he's got a whole year to sit, get, you know, kind of, he won't be on the field contributing, but at least classroom, you know, practice, he'll be able to get some, you know, get that NFL acclimation for a whole year where he don't necessarily have the pressure of game day on him. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think that'll be the strategy. And we'll get that word here sooner rather than later.
So are we keeping 6 receivers? Like, can we even have enough to keep 6 receivers on this roster?
And that's why I brought it up, Tony. Because again, bro, like just what EM said about who was it that hasn't played? Anthony Walker Jr. from the linebacker room. At the end of the day, bro, OBJ hasn't played neither, right? And now look again, Anthony Short's injury settlement, he's gone. Willie Snead injury settlement, he's gone. We know about the top 3, what it looks like now, where Waddle, Hill, and let's say Malik Washington, now that River Craycraft is also dealing with injuries. We all remember the struggles we had last year with Braxton Berrios, right? Couldn't consistently win one-on-one matchups, couldn't consistently get open. Now, if you look at a room that coming into training camps and stuff, a room that we thought there was major depth in, right? Now the
Yeah.
cupboard's looking kind of bare, bro. Because when I look at it, yeah, I feel good with but the top three. But now, again, Craycraft being out, how comfortable am I with Braxton Berrios? Braylon Sanders of the world? I don't know, bro. I think that we need to address that room if it was me. Now, I don't know where that comes from. I haven't went on like what there is to offer in free agency right now. But yeah, bro, I'm looking for roster cuts to see what guys are dropping because I as of now, bro, I mean, where would you get 6 from what's on the roster now? Where are you getting 6 at? Like,
And
I
that's the
don't
thing.
see it.
That's the thing. I don't. Hold on, Ian. I don't think.
Go ahead.
I mean, 6. I'm good with 5. To be honest with you, and the reason why I say that, I mean, I'm quite sure they're gonna have 6, right? But I'm good with 5 because the addition of Jonnu Smith, he's more like a receiver. You could use him like that. The way they've been using Achane, and okay, so for instance, let's just say you got Jonnu, Durham, and Julian Hill, right? Julian Hill, bro. If you want to keep Jonnu, and if you want to keep a 4th tight end, Rucci hasn't looked bad, and he's a really good blocker. You get what I'm saying? So they won't have to be, if there's nobody that you could bring in to solidify that 6 wide receiver spot. I don't want them just to put a 6 wide receiver on there and just to have 6 wide receivers, because you could use Rucci on special team as well. So that'll kill 2 birds in 1 stone. That's how I would look at it. If there's no one that they deem solidified their spot as the 6th wide receiver, I'm cool with them going with 5 and adding another tight end.
Think about it too. About it too, Tony. I didn't even mention Eric Izakama was seen on Friday night wearing a boot on his foot.
Yeah, but he was seen. He was also seen without it too, though.
Yeah, he was off. Yeah.
So they don't think his injury is too serious.
Okay, so I would say there's 4 right there, right? Malik Washington, Easy E. Well, no, 5. There's 5 right there. So you telling me, all to Tony's point, if we do with 5, it's Hill, Waddle. Okay, so that would be 6 though.
No. Okay, no. Give you 5. Give you 5.
It would Hill, Waddle, right? OBJ, Malik Washington, let's say Easy E. There's 5.
Yeah.
Right? So now you add Braxton Berrios, that's 6. Are you just carrying 6? Is that the 6 you think making the 53?
Yeah, I think ultimately, I think that'll be the case because, if you try to, and again, I'm all for trying to improve the roster, but when you're talking about making a move at this late in the game at that position, considering how difficult allegedly the offense is to pick up and learn, like the guy you bring in, I mean, if you're going to look and kind of supplement that room, I mean, can you guarantee that he's going to be able to contribute day one, as opposed to keeping a Braxton Berrios on the team that knows the offense, that knows the personnel, knows the coaching staff, etc. Again, I'm not saying he'll be the second coming of Tyreek, but you're that's a major gamble. You going in and bringing a guy on. I mean, how long is it going to take for him to get acclimated? So at the end of the day, I think the smart move, in my opinion, is to keep Berrios. If you're going to keep 6, keep Berrios as that 6th guy, right? Because of his familiarity, again. And yeah, he's not Tyreek Hill, but Berrios can make plays. We've seen him do that, right?
So what
on occasion.
So you're obviously putting Craycraft to start the season on the pup list, then, correct?
Yeah, they are. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's coming. That's a done deal.
Okay, so when Craycraft comes back, then are we keeping 7 wide receivers then on the roster?
No. Berrios will go. Well, at that point, he can seek employment elsewhere.
Okay, all right. Yeah. All right.
Yo, don't be playing.
He's well within his right to seek employment elsewhere, bro. Period.
Boy, I tell you, man, you were just fighting for the man life, and now as soon as Craycraft come back, nice knowing you.
No, it's temporary. Hey, man. So, but to back to the, like, okay, here's where I'm at in terms of, from a number standpoint, obviously I think they'll carry 6, but in terms of, reliant on that consistent 3rd or 4th option, I think they already have that in place with Jonnu Smith. If Odell is back, he's able to contribute physically. I don't necessarily think, I don't look at unless Easy E, really starts to really take off, Malik, etc. In terms of in the pecking order of where the ball will potentially be distributed, your top 4 options are going to be obviously Tyreek and Waddle, Odell, and then you got Jonnu Smith in terms of the passing tree.
Right.
Mm.
So,
Yeah.
so at the end of the day, bro, like, yeah, from a number standpoint, yeah, that's 6. If they go into the season with five wide receivers, I'm good with that because I'm not necessarily looking. I'm focused on the guys that I know that are going to contribute from day one, right? That has the ability to make big plays consistently, and those are my 4 options in my opinion. Also, we hadn't even talked about how, again, according to reports I've heard publicly and privately, about how they're trying to integrate Achane, just the running back room, period, in general, into the passing format. So we're not taking that enough into account as well. So they'll be fine, bro. If they go in with 5 wide receivers, they'll be fine, bro.
Hey,
Yeah,
Ian, let me ask you a question. I'm sorry, Tony, real
Go
quick.
ahead. Go ahead.
The A-Chain, right? Does it feel to you, EM, like they're trying to build up A-Chain? You remember when Tyreek Hill first got into the league? Smaller gentleman, real fast, shifty, gadget guy, returning punts, running jet sweeps, reverses, stuff like that. And then they kind of created him and turned him in or molded him into the receiver that we see today. Do you see any possibility of that's the trajectory of what Miami kind of envisions?
Mm-mm.
So no. So am I off on that, you think?
You talking about making a complete shift, a positional shift, or you just talking about they're making him more of a dual threat in terms of in the passing format? What are we talking about?
Well, that's kind of what. Remember, that's what wasn't Tyreek kind of that for Kansas City
He
when
was.
They drafted him.
He was,
and then they kind of transitioned him and kind of molded him into more and more receiver. I'm just asking, could you see a world where 4 or 5 years down the line, A-Chain is predominantly now a wide receiver?
No, not at this point. I don't see, Achane for the running back position. See, when you're talking about making a complete shift and you're talking about, bro, you got to have a special set of skills. Now,
he's too valuable at running back, first of all.
He's too. And on top of that, I don't think he has that. I don't see the short area burst that you see like with Tyreek, with that you necessarily. And I'm not saying he don't have it, but I don't think it's refined enough to where he can make a complete positional shift and be a dominant player at wide receiver at this level. No, I don't see that. Now, who knows? 5 years he might turn around to be the second coming of Marshall Faulk. Who knows? But as of right now, no. Plus, his value is to that running back room. So I think no. If you put him, and again, keep in mind, you making a complete positional shift. See, now when you incorporate him into the passing format, he's lined up on a linebacker or maybe a safety. Now you make a positional shift, and 9 times out of 10, he's gonna be matched up on DBs, bro. Slot cornerbacks and boundary, bro. No, his impact will be significantly diminished if you move forward and try to make that move. And again, to your point, 5 years from now, he might again turn out to be the second coming of Marshall Faulk. But no, I don't see that being an option. No time soon, in my opinion.
I hear you. Yeah, I was just posing the question.
Yeah, but again, I know when we see him, and I'm guilty as well, right? You're intrigued by his ability. He's got a special set of skill sets, but again, that's relative to the running back room. But one thing with Achane, I would like, I've been hearing that Achane, bro, like his hands have been suspect, in practices.
Achane?
Right?
No.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that.
I'm here to tell you that was a lie. No, hell no.
Okay.
I haven't seen him drop balls. And I heard I think somebody said this in Spaces. And I'm like, bro, I don't know, maybe, and I always do this every offseason. I don't know maybe what y'all looking at. I have seen them go at him and not be on the same page far as timing wise. But when that ball hit him in his hand, he hasn't dropped many of those balls. Maybe one, maybe two, but yes, not being in the right spot, being overthrown, being
Mhm.
underthrown sometimes. Yes, they have been having them issues. But when we talking about drops, I don't want people to think that, oh, the ball's hitting him in his hand, he's dropping it. No, there have been a
Well,
lot of miscommunications here and there. And I
well,
think
that
people are taking that.
well that is encouraging. But one thing you do have to consider, Tone, certain people see the team a lot more than the fans do, right?
Ah,
So
right.
you got to
Yeah.
take that into account, bro. They
That
only,
is-
again, you can only say when you were out there, and again, we all value your insight, but you got to consider
They going
that
inside. I ain't
there's a
taking into consideration.
there's a
You're
hell
right.
of a
You're right.
lot more practices and action going on as opposed to what's being revealed to the fan base.
Right. So it could be something to that. I give you that. But as far as what I've seen now, but goddamn. Well, okay. So being that we're in the off season or whatever, and everything from all the games, the preseason games, the training camps, what are we looking forward to this season? Like, are we looking forward to this offense, this defense? Do we have specific players we looking forward to?
All of the above, God damn it! All of the
Well,
above.
I'm
We
saying
got to be hitting on. We got to be hitting on all cylinders for us to get to where we all want to get to. However, for me, obviously, I tend to lean towards the defense. I think the offense will be fine. That interior O line, is a question mark. We don't know what left guard is going to look like. We don't know what center is going to look like. We don't know what right guard is going to look like. That's a major question mark going into the season, especially you got Jacksonville on the schedule. You got Buffalo in week 2, right on a Thursday night on a short week.
Off the bat.
So I think I think overall the offense will be fine. It's just when it's going to come down to, bro, that trench play. When we played the Baltimores, when we played Buffaloes, when we played Kansas City's, Cincinnati's, Pittsburgh, all of these all of these more physically down, physically imposing teams, can we match their physicality when it comes down to the trench play? And again, we saw how last season unfolded. We can say that we all recognize and understand that we were not at full health, we're not at full strength, but at the end of the day, man, we got bullied in a lot of those games, and you don't necessarily can contribute that to. Well, I guess you can because Connor Williams didn't play. Isaiah Wynn went down, but we're starting the season off with some of those with no Isaiah Wynn. Connor Williams is not going to be on this roster, right? So again, that's why I said we don't know what that interior, that left guard, center, right guard situation is going to look like come week 1. So we don't know. We're not going to know what it actually looks like till we get some sample size to properly evaluate. So at the end of the day, I think moving at this point as we're having this conversation, that is the biggest question mark of the team. But I think the defense is going to be fine. Health permitting. I think with the additions we made in there, obviously the depth now that we had at all 3 levels, I think the defense is going to be relatively fine. It's just that interior line for me, bro.
What about the linebacker position? Now, we haven't seen Anthony Walker Jr. once. So you have any concern for the linebacker position?
Well, no, I don't, because he's not going to be. I don't think he was never brought here to be a starter, bro. Because I think your starters, as long as we got a healthy Jordan Brooks and David Long Jr., we're going to be fine. Now, from a depth
standpoint, going to be
majority
two linebacker look. That's what you think we're going to be running?
Yeah. Even when they base, right? Even even if you opt to base, you go to that 3-4 front. Again, you got 2 interior guys. That'll be David Long. That'll be Jordan Brooks. If you go to sub, right, you have 2 line. That'll be David Long Jr. and that'll be maybe
Jordan Brooks.
And Jordan Brooks. Now, David Long has kind of been suspect in terms of his ability, in the passing game at a zone or man to man. Now, Walker's a better, pass defender. I think marginally better pass defender than what David Long has been. But again, you got Tyndall, who's a more athletic option than both of those guys. You got Bolton, as a better athletic option. Again, if you opt to keep Duke Riley, one thing Duke Riley can do, he's decent in pass in pass defense. So they'll be fine, man. They got enough depth. And again, I like the foundational athleticism. That room is, bro. I don't think people really realize with Jordan Brooks, you got Tyndall, Bolton, even Duke Riley is in terms of athletic upside. He's an upper tier guy as well. So they got overnight, and I don't mean literally overnight, I mean throughout the offseason, them bringing in certain players. they have upgraded the level of athleticism in that linebacker room. So I don't have any major concerns at least week 1 going into the season. But again, it's that interior O-line, bro.
Yeah, I mean, the interior line, that's a given. I wanted to see how they mesh on defense as far with the linebackers. I did want to see Anthony Walker Jr. at least once. What about the depth at safety though? That's not a cause of concern. We got Joe Poyer, and we know based on history.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying there aren't any concerns with the durability with Jordan Poyer, obviously, but I just think even if Poyer goes down, I'm comfortable with May, as well as the combination of May and Elijah Campbell. In the event, knock on wood, if Jordan Poyer does go down. But hopefully, man, Jordan Poyer, bro, like he gives us a lot more, that won't be a major concern or major issue with him this year. So he just give us enough. I don't anticipate him playing 17 games, but 13 to 14, you know what I mean? I'm more than comfortable with that.
Well, I'm good with Elijah Campbell too. But listen, just how we have injury concerns about Jordan Poyer, injury concerns do follow Marcus May as well. Let's not pretend like Marcus May is a bill of full health neither. Like he was hurt when he was with the Jets. He's been hurt when he was with New Orleans as well. So again, but I am with EM. I don't think I'm overly concerned right now. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I like Elijah Campbell, and
he's had a very impressive camp. Very.
See, and again, it's probably not going to be a popular opinion, but I think for me, week 1 starters should be Elijah Campbell and Javon Holland. I think Jordan Poyer should come in, situationally or whatever, but I don't know, bro. I don't know if I'm starting Jordan Poyer over Elijah Campbell. And again, I know it's not going to be popular, but that's just where I'm
definitely
at.
ain't popular.
Well, again, that's fine, but I'm with Elijah Campbell.
Lou, real quick, let me hop in this goddamn chat real quick.
Don't you bring up that goddamn guy. I know who you looking at, Ian.
Hey, man, Fred, come on, bro.
That's his co-host. That's his co-host over there on Peace Channel, Tony.
Oh, I forgot. Okay, yeah, he looking for home. So he get.
Hey, man.
All right. Gee,
listen to bro. Talking about you wrong with Duke Riley. Duke Riley is a 4.5 linebacker. What are you talking about, Fred? I said athleticism. I didn't say he was Patrick Willis, bro. All I said was athletic. Listen, right? You hear people, but you don't listen.
Hey, shout out to Triple S. Shout out to Triple S, man. Shout out
Triple S.
Who was that? I don't know who that is.
He's well known in the community.
Triple S Parker. I don't know who that is. I have no idea.
Listen, real quick, I just want to come out and say I think I speak for Tony as well and Alex. Hopefully, Alex, he's moving. He's doing some things. Hopefully, he's getting on his end. He's doing everything good. But to have midday, 4 o'clock on a Sunday, to have 52 people in here watching us right now, I really do appreciate it, bro, because again, Sunday is for church and family and stuff, and for you guys to be here with
100%.
For me,
110%.
To be here with me and Tony, and again, to suffer through this other guy's nonsense. We appreciate all y'all, man. For sure.
Right.
Hey, say what you want, goddammit.
You got to get the numbers right. 54.
Hey, say what you want now, goddammit. You can say you cannot like me, you can hate me, whatever. But Ian gonna bring them numbers up. You know that? I know that. We know that. So you can say all that cute shit all you want, goddammit. Ian gonna bring them numbers up. We know that.
You know what, Lou? I might have made a mistake and gave this man his flowers a little bit too soon.
I'm telling you.
Lord have mercy.
Hey, do I need to hit that Sam Cooke real quick? Do I need to hit that again?
Hey, listen, man. You trying to sabotage our channel, goddamn.
Hey,
shout out to another one of my guys, Andres Negron, man. That's my homie, man. Shout out to Andres.
Yeah. You know what? To the homie Andres, like, I'm gonna be honest, bro. Like, he a day oneer for real. Like, he been around since day one. So he got intel on everybody. So I will say this about Andres. We necessarily didn't get off on the right foot. We kind of used to go at each other like back in the day when I was consistent on that I think it's called TD Foolish Talks platform. I used to be on there a little bit.
Yeah, you talk about on the internet?
Yeah, on the internet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't make sure.
Yeah. So, but you know what? We found common ground. See, that's a possibility. Everybody should use that as a lesson. You can be at odds today, but tomorrow, you don't necessarily know what tomorrow may bring. You might, whatever issues you have with anybody, common ground could be met with everybody, because we used to go at it. I used to call him out on live. He used to go at me in the chat, bro. We used to butt heads all the time, but over the years, man, we found common ground, and I know the good work that he's doing behind closed doors. So I want to say salute to that man. Salute to you, bro. Appreciate you.
Hey, can you read that, Louis?
Yeah. It sounds well again. That's coming from another person. I have no idea who the hell it is. But
shout out to Dave, man. Shout out, man. We know who they showing up to see.
Who is Dade County, bro?
We know who the people came to see now. Y'all know what's going on.
Dade County. Who is Dade County, dog? Who is this?
What's going on, man? I can't believe this. Look at this. Andre's name going. Oh, I'm sorry, Jose. We're gonna put that up. But salute to EM.
Yeah. Salute to that man. Yeah. Because I know that man be doing the Lord's work, dog, behind the scenes. A lot of people don't know, but if you in the know, goddamn it, you know. So shout out to that man. This dude, Jose Valdez, been busy today, dog. Like again, this is another fool that I have no idea who this guy is, right? But look at him, bro. He been busy. So yeah.
Okay, shout out to Jose, man. Let's shout out Jose. The real ones in the community. What about Lou? But what about you? Anything you looking forward to, or any cosmic concerns coming up with the season? I know.
Man, cause of concerns
or anything you looking forward to, either or.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna stay away from the concerns, man. I'm trying to put as many positive vibes out into the community as possible.
Oh, you trying to be one of those? This ain't one of those channels. We keep it real over here.
Okay. Well, again, bro. Listen, I want to be positive about, again, a guy we talked about early in the show, Tony, and I don't want to keep regurgitating his name, but Jalen Wright, bro.
Yeah,
that is a guy. And again, talking to the EMs of the world, because to give him credit, one of the best football minds we do have in the community, right?
That's debatable.
It is debate. Well, again, I thought we were trying to be nice to our guests, Tony.
I said we keep it real. I ain't say we were being nice. I said keep it real.
Bro, you use a hate and you know what, Tone. You
oh, now it's in New York. What?
You use a hate and you know what. But I'm not going to use that word. It's a little too soon for that. I'm going to let y'all get established before I can really kick my shoes off and really act a fool. But use a hate and you know what.
I was just going to say, though, right, like, again, EM has been in my ear for 2 years now, talking about to see the best potential of what this offense can really be, we have to be more balanced. And I think your investment in Devon A-Chain last year, or Devon A-Chain, and then you double down the following year, you get Jalen Wright. We all know what Raheem Mostert did in his production last year. I just think this three-headed monster is ready to take this league by storm, bro. If this offensive line can first consistently block for them, and if Mike McDaniel will make it an emphasis to run the ball. Because I do believe, I know I've pushed back, and I still think we are a pass-first offense, right? But if we can get closer to this balance that EM has been preaching to me for 2 years, I think that's what takes this offense to another level. And I think Jalen Wright is a big step forward in that, bro. Everything you've seen, Tony, in training camp, and the tape that he's put out in the preseason, bro, it's undeniable. The kid gets it, right? He has everything you want. And I just think, again, for me, I'm really excited for this. If I could pinpoint one unit, because I already know what Waddle and Hill's going to do, the expectation for Tua, I think Tua is going to be better. He's shown every year he's gotten better. I don't think that changes. For me, it's the running back room. I'm really, really excited for not only this season, but moving forward, what Miami can do. Because, again, I do believe in the scheme and how Mike McDaniel runs this scheme. And I think to have two guys specific, because for me, Raheem Mostert is closer to the end than the beginning. But I could see a bright future in the running back room. So that's a positive for me, Tommy.
So,
he looks the part, too. Hey, Jalen Wright, listen, we all knew about the, elite speed and breakaway ability and all of that. But if you look at the vision, you look at the contact balance, you look at his ability to run to dominate north and south as opposed to east and west. You know, again, I said this, a month ago that he might be the most complete back on the roster day one. Look at his ability to in the blitz pickup. Pun definitely intended in this situation.
Now I brought that up.
You look at his ability. You look at the blitz pickup. You look at his ability to block. You look at he might be the most complete. He might be.
Hold on, EM, real quick. Say this again. Who's this, Tony?
Shout out to Dr. Brown. You heard what I said. You know who they come to watch? Shout out to Dr. Brown.
Hey, man. Hey, listen. We have a bunch of casuals in this goddamn chat right now, goddamn it. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
100%. Like Doc Brown. Who the fuck is Doc Brown, bro? Like,
hey,
shit.
And Lewis.
Damn. I don't know, dog.
If I had on glass, I would take him off. Because both y'all, I gave both y'all the opportunity, and neither one of y'all, Lewis, you tried to slide it in at the end of your say. Ain't none of y'all. Listen, man, I'm looking forward to see my $200 million quarterback prove all his haters wrong, show what he got, have his best season thus far. I think this is his MVP season loaded. At least he's going to stay up there all the way until the end of the season. He's not falling off this year. They paid him. They showed that they believe in him, and he's going to go out and show out. All that other stuff is irrelevant because he's taking us to the next level, bro. He's going to the next level. We are going to the next level. That is exactly what I'm looking forward to.
But I think that's already understood, Tone.
No, it ain't understood because a lot of people still hating on him. A lot of people still think he shouldn't get that money. A lot of people think that he didn't deserve it. So what I'm looking forward to is for him to set them up for good. All of your,
can I get all 10 on that? I need a name on that. Who's out here
put a name on that?
Who out here spewing the foolishness?
Well,
I need all 10 on that, Tone.
You got the TDs of the world. You already know you just said them. You got the
Fred
of the world. You got the Pete's of the world. You get what I'm saying? Y'all know who it is. What you think I was gonna stay on my toes?
Y'all
know who y'all was talking to? Yeah. I want him to prove all these. You got the Mr. Negatives of the world. Yes. All of y'all.
Hey, look at that man Fred down there talking about he one of them too. Me. He talking about me. Look at
KPs of the world. We talk about people. You know what?
You
talk about KPs of the world. I just saw you in the chat. Thank you for showing up. You get what I'm saying?
Shout out to JR Black, man.
All of y'all.
KP. Oh shit. Hey man, real quick, Tone. KP, damn boy, you was sweating bullets in that space the other day, dog. Hey, they had you, bro. They had you backpedaling for about 2 hours in that space the other day. I'm disappointed in you, my friend. But go ahead, my bad, Tone. Go ahead. I go in there and I put pressure. But they had him backpedaling, bro. Oh shit.
But yeah, this is of course I'm look. That's what I have faith in my team. It's always about the logo. But when I say I'm coming into this season, what I'm looking forward to, what I'm hoping that's going to happen, what I'm almost sure is going to happen is he's going to for sure close y'all mouths and y'all going to have no opportunity. I mean, no choice but to show respect. Whether you like it or not, you will respect it this year. And I want y'all to realize, and I'm saying it before the one game has been played. All that talk that y'all been doing, I want y'all to keep them same toes and that same energy come this season when my boys show off on y'all boys. I'm telling y'all right now, bro. I don't want to hear none of that what everybody talking about. When he go to that next level, we'll see this year, baby.
Hey man, we got 61 watching now, and that's a damn shame. There's only 28 likes. Man, hit the damn like button, man.
Yeah, y'all get them likes up, goddammit. Get them likes up. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody pulling up on this Sunday afternoon to show the homies some support, man. Salute to all of y'all. But I couldn't agree more, Tom.
Salute to all y'all, period, though. Salute to everybody.
Oh, absolutely. The haters too. Because it all counts. The love, the hate, the foolishness, it all counts, right? So at the end of the day, bro, man, hey, the blitz pickup is coming. I told y'all, we've been telling y'all, I told y'all last time, the blitz pickup is coming. So it is what it is. Get ready. But I couldn't agree more, Tone, for real, man. Like I've been on record going back months. I think this is going to be Tua's best, his most impactful year. I do think he's going to be again, I'm not going to be surprised if he wins it. I think this more than likely is going to be his MVP year. But if he doesn't win it, he will be in the conversation for from start to finish,
To
right?
finish,
Because we
yes,
know
sir.
he's been in a conversation the last 2 years in the first part of the season, and then the collapse happened. It kind of tails off the second half. No, I think this will be his most consistent year in terms of impact. And I'm here for it. I cannot wait to see Tua really, really cement himself as a legitimate. There shouldn't be any question about him being a top five most impactful quarterbacks in the NFL. And again, that not only his individual play, but I do think, again, health permitting, that we're going to have the team success to go along with that. So I couldn't agree more, bro. I've been on the record of saying that.
1000%.
And I'm dropping all them 10 toes on that one, bro. Tua, this is going to be his year.
Von Joe, shout out, man. We got to show love to the people that we can't be gatekeeping, as they say. You just let the guy up on the panel. I don't know who gave him the link.
Look at these hating, bro. Look at these haters, dog. Talking about second time y'all had this. Is he a part of the blitz? But bro, Von Joe. Like, first off, I don't know who Von Joe is. Obviously, y'all are acquainted with him. But at the end of the day, bro,
that's mad now, Tony. He mad now. Look
talk about hating, dog. Look at the hate, the public hate. That's a damn shame, bro. Is he part of the channel now? What the fuck, bro? Come on, man.
Shout out to the gated community, man. It's the gated community.
Come on, man. Von Joe, bro. Again, I don't know who the nigga is, but damn, the haters, bro. The hate never ends, dog.
But yeah, bro. Like I'm looking forward to that. That is what I'm looking forward to. I don't care, bro. Like this season, it's all about ending and breaking all those narratives. I like the way they attack the head first, starting with our head coach. That 24-year drought. Every meeting, we heard him. Every meeting is 124, 924, 824. Everything ended with a 24. It's gonna be in your face because they're gonna talk about it, and you about to get used to hearing it until you go do something about it. And this year, I'm telling y'all, they're going to do something about it. And all this foolishness and this nonsense we hear out here on these other platforms and all that, bro, that comes to an end this year. Guarantee, mark my words, bro. That is coming to an end for sure, bro.
Let me hop back in this goddamn chat real quick. Look at KP, bro. Like, here we go. Now, see, what I want to know is, and KP, salute, bro. Salute to you. He in the chat trolling right now. He got a lot of energy right now. I got one question. Where was this energy at the other day in that goddamn Twitter space, bro? Because you look like goddamn the second coming of Deion Sanders with your goddamn backpedaling you was doing in that motherfucking space the other day. I mean, where was all that for all of them dudes in that space that had that smoke for you when allegedly now word on the street was that you was calling Tua a racist. You was saying he was racist because he didn't respond to Brian Flores' level of instruction. That's what I heard. And again, I'm not here to confirm or deny that, but this is what was reported the other day. So at the end of the day, you coming up here with your bird chest poked out and you got all this energy from me right now. Where was all that goddamn it the other day when they was on your ass? That's all I know. That's the question of the day, KP.
Yeah. Hey, Paul. I was a little emotional at the point. Paul, though.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that was insane, Tony. I'll let you live though. I'll let you live, but that was insane.
They ain't letting me live at all. Y'all know what I meant. Got the shout out to yo, hold on. Yo, this is my brother from day one. My dog E. Shout out, bro. You done pulled up. I know you somewhere on that road out there, but hey, shout out, salute to you for coming and showing some love. Salute, I told you they you know who they come to see, baby.
Yeah, they coming to see me, goddammit.
Yeah, they come to see me light you up like I've been doing all show. And Ian came in. Ian felt sorry and came in here to save you. He came to save you.
Man.
That's a damn lie.
But before we get out of here, any closing statements from y'all boys? Y'all boys want to speak on? I know Ian just addressed KP.
Same, man. Hey. They need to find they got an assistant secondary coaching job available, KP. With that backpedaling you showed the other day, bro. Like, hey man, I highly recommend you go apply for that goddamn job. You can teach that backpedal for sure. So but no, man, at the end of the day, bro, I'm trolling right now. But No, man, I'm just excited for the season. Obviously, bro, season can't get here fast enough. Again, you just touched on Lewis. Y'all touched on it. The excitement, the expectation for this
Cap.
team.
That's Cap.
What's that? What you talking
You
about?
put it up. You put it up there for you. Can
What
you read
Tony's
that?
doing? What Tony's doing?
I
Someone
ain't-
need to take.
Oh,
I ain't said. I ain't said.
oh.
The people have
Well,
spoken.
well, somebody
That
need to
man
take.
said forensic files, dog. Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
I mean, that's cute. That's real cute. I
Oh,
get it. It's cute.
that goddamn that hating ass Von Joe. But anyway, moving forward, dog. Yeah, bro, like the expectation for us as fans is at an all-time high, and it should be. We
Yes.
should all, based off our expectations, based off the talent level on this roster, we need to be applying pressure on this team, right? Because at the end of the day, we year after year after year, we invest time, money, emotions, right? We are owed, the fan base is owed a big time successful season. Now, I'm not necessarily going to put that Super Bowl jacket on this team, but again, I do have those. Again, if health permits, based off the talent level, I would not be surprised if we represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. But success, we need a big time season this year for on all
Yes.
levels. And bro, we all as fans, bro, we need to apply that pressure to this team because, bro, year after year, I mean, we've been in these Twitter spaces, we on YouTube, private conversations, public conversations, bro. We invest tremendous amount of everything, right? Time away from our families, emotion, money, etc., to support this team. And so it's long overdue that that type of dedication and that type of it needs to be reciprocated and manifest in the form of a winning and having a big time successful season. So at the end of the day, bro, the season can't get here fast enough. I do think, based off my expectations, this will be the biggest, one of the more successful years we've had in recent memory. So that's where I'm at, bro. And, let's get it, bro. At the end of the day, fans up all day, every day.
Yeah, for me, I echo everything EM said. I hold this team in high regard, and again, barring any significant injuries, it's no more excuses for me, bro. It's time to put up or shut up. This roster is built. I believe this roster can compete with anybody in this league, right? And that's what my expectation is. But my final words, and I know I said it about 15, 20 minutes ago, I'm still going to say it now again, because again, on a Sunday, on a preempted show where a lot of people didn't know, we didn't tweet it out. It was like 30 minutes before the show, we tweeted it out. For 60 some odd people, we still got 57 right now in the room. To have about 60 some odd people on a Sunday afternoon when, again, Monday through Friday, a lot of people are putting in hard work weeks. This is a time for the Lord and for family, for y'all to be here with us. Again, I don't want to put words in Tony's mouth or Alex's mouth, but I would just say from the Blitz pickup, we appreciate all the love and support because this is only our third episode in, and the love and the reciprocation that we've received so far is greatly appreciated. And at the end of the day, bro, we can't do this without y'all. Like to EM's point, we can get on a private conversation and we could talk for hours, or we can go on Twitter Spaces, but we're doing this for y'all. We think y'all deserve it, and y'all definitely are showing us the love by showing up. So we're going to keep doing it. And I just wanted to say we appreciate y'all, man, for real. Salute.
Y'all get them goddamn likes up. Y'all hit that subscribe button. The Blitz pickup is coming, baby. Salute to everybody.
I'm not big on telling them what to do. So y'all if y'all want to subscribe. Shout out to the new subscribers. We already gained 6 more subscribers since we've been on this stream. So shout out to y'all. Shout out for y'all just showing up.
How many?
6 more. We gained 6 more in this stream.
That's what's up.
So shout out to y'all. Shout out for the support. Is for sure is dearly appreciated. I'm just glad y'all came here to show up and came to listen to us as we give y'all our thoughts and our opinions. So
if I may, real quick, I'm gonna hop back in this chat one more time, real quick. I'm not on the internet, like I used to be. So it's a lot of people in the community I have never met. This Fans Take with CB83 again. I have no clue who that is, but he's saying, pull his comment up real quick. Tone. He said, what did he say? Good show. Appreciate the commentary. This guy EM is trash though. we live later. Hey man, I got
shit.
one question though. See, for
Mm.
this CB83 guy, where the block party at? I heard there was a block party going on. I heard.
What I'm saying. What are we doing out here? What
Where
about
is
this?
the?
What I'm
I
saying.
heard there was a hell of a block party going on, right, in the community, and I heard this CB83 guy knew exact. He could give instructions, right? So I need that to put in my goddamn GPS so I can pull up.
Oh,
Where is
Lord
the
have
block
mercy.
party, CB? Can
Oh,
you let us
geez.
all know? Yeah. So, yeah, it is what it is, dog. Salute.
Okay, so anything you want to address before we get out of here, Lou?
Yeah.
One last thing, real quick. Hey, Lou, real quick. Shout out to the homie Andres Negron again. He been on point all day. EM, ignore the CB clout chaser. Laugh out loud. Damn. Oh shit. But my bad. Go ahead, Lou.
No, I mean, I was just gonna say, again, I see Ace saying, keep up the grind. You know we will, bro. Y'all keep coming through. Y'all keep subscribing, hitting the like button, and we definitely gonna be out here just giving y'all great content, man. But to Tony, right? Like I see that championship belt sitting right there behind you, and it's funny that I keep seeing this every episode. Shouldn't that be halfway to my house already? Like
Not based on the comments. Not should I go back into the comments and let you know who they think getting their ass spanked in here?
Shit.
I'm just saying.
I don't know what y'all got going on. I have no idea what y'all got going on right now.
The community has spoken, and they say you've been getting lit up every show. So I'm just saying.
Damn.
That's all I'm saying.
How you get lit up on your own goddamn show, bro? Like, how is that even possible? I ain't never heard no shit like that.
Well, again, listen. I love the listeners. I love everybody in the chat, right? But let's just call it a spade a spade. We do have some damn idiots in the chat as well.
Here we go.
And
that boy hot. That boy big mad right now.
It just is what it is. It just is.
That boy big mad right now.
You see, hey, Lewis is getting cooked by Tony. It's wild.
Oh shit.
Body bags, zip them up.
I'm
just saying,
bodies dropping.
They just saying the belt belong over here. That's
them bodies dropping.
Tony, and the goddamn show, Tony. Just end that shit.
That boy hot. That boy big mad right now.
No, but for real, shout out to everybody, man. We'll see y'all next time. Hopefully we
hell yeah, man.
Hopefully on Monday our boy Alex is doing he's moving, so it's really important. We want him to get settled in. But hopefully we see y'all again on Monday.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
More consistently, but we wanted our boy to get more settled in so we could do this the right way. But appreciate all y'all. We'll see y'all next time.
Man, y'all have a good week. Salute.
Peace.